Hi friends, this is Cheryl at Determined to Thrive, and I am sitting on the porch on a very warm June evening. The kids have been swimming a little bit and doing different activities all day. I've been working a lot on the computer and getting some curriculum and different things done for church. My husband's been working from home today and had a lot of meetings, so it is that time of night where everybody's settling down. So I thought it was a great opportunity for me to be able to talk to y'all about something that I get asked about a lot, and that is food. How do we feed everybody? How do we plan? How do we afford it? What do we feed everybody, especially if we have picky eaters or allergies? For the longest time, I never planned anything. And it was always so very chaotic. I never knew what we were going to eat. People just kind of grabbed whatever it is that they wanted. The little kids, when they were little, they would just constantly eat and just constantly eat everything. So we were always running out of food, spending way too much on food, finding that we were always going out to eat. So recently, as the kids have gotten bigger and I've gotten smarter, we've gone to an actual meal plan. I grew up having a lot of variety in my meals. My mom loves to cook and bake, and so she was always cooking and baking lots of different things, and I really do remember having a lot of different types of meals while I was growing up. My husband, on the other hand, pretty much ate rice and beans, and not a lot of variety, and they ate whatever it is that they could get. So when we got married, I thought, coming from my family and the way that my mom did things, that I was supposed to provide this huge variety of food for everybody all the time. And no kidding, just recently, after 17 years of marriage and 13 years of parenting, I am finally giving myself enough grace and realizing that I don't have to provide that type of variety for everybody. Recently, I have actually sat down on my computer, pulled up Excel, and made a spreadsheet. Once I was able to put together a meal plan, it helped me with my sanity of knowing exactly what it is that we were going to eat, and it actually helped the kids too, because they are always very interested in what was going to be for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't keep myself stuck to the plan, but I do use it as a guide. So if we need to rearrange something or we totally skip over something, I'm very okay with doing that. I haven't always been, but I'm a very structured and organized person most of the time. And it would always bother me until I was able to give myself grace that things happen, life happens. We make last minute decisions about going somewhere, or people don't feel good, I don't feel good, or we realize, oh my goodness, somebody ate the stuff I was supposed to make for this meal plan for dinner. We ate it for lunch, whatever. So things like that happen, and we just give ourselves grace and move on. The way I set it up was on a 4-week rotation. And this is my summer plan. So we started this in May. So we'll do May, June, July, and August. For the most part, those are hot months. It will still be very warm in September and even in October. But by September and October, we can start doing some other things. It's not as warm. And so I can start using my oven a little bit more, and I'll start throwing in some soups and things like that for the winter months. What we will normally do for breakfast, on Sundays, we eat at church because we all serve at church and they provide breakfast for us, so that's a good win. On Mondays, we usually will have pancakes. I will make pancakes for whoever wants them, but then they also need to find some kind of protein. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. I do usually sneak in a cup of, or a scoop full of protein powder into my pancake mix. My kids have not seen me do it yet. Every once in a while they'll say, this tastes a little bit different, but they haven't figured it out yet. So some of my kids don't like eggs or other types of protein, and so this is the only way that I can get a little bit of protein in the morning. Breakfast on Tuesdays, I'm trying to do some little breakfast cookies. We've been trying those things out. We will go out and meet up with friends for a women's group that we're a part of, or we take that Tuesday to run around and do errands, or we'll go up to work with my husband and get some things done up at church. So that's usually either breakfast cookies or cereal as a quick something to grab, so that I'm not making a big breakfast on Tuesday mornings, and it's a break. So then on Wednesdays I will do some sort of waffles, Belgian waffles, something like that. I don't usually do French toast, but every once in a while I will throw it in because I like it, but not very often. On Thursday, again, we will do something like cereal or breakfast cookies, muffins, something like that. I try and make batches of muffins and breakfast cookies or little protein balls, and we throw them in the freezer or the fridge. And on Friday, my husband is usually home. That's starting his weekend. Friday and Saturdays are his weekend, and we will do something like a scramble, egg scramble with ham and veggies and stuff like that in it. A quiche or an egg casserole. And then again, like I said, there's always available protein shakes, fruit, veggies, eggs. My husband could eat eggs every single morning. I could eat eggs every single morning, and my son could. My girls, not so much. I am not a morning person, and I'm usually not up very early. So I don't really enjoy making a big, gigantic breakfast. But I need to eat within the first hour of me getting up. And so I will usually get a protein shake or a scrambled eggs first thing in the morning to eat along with my coffee, of course. And that just gets my day going, and I feel a lot better. But if I eat it as quickly as possible, I feel great. So those are the goals. And then for lunches, what we usually do is I always have lunch meat available and sliced cheese and bread. We usually will get some little cans of the tuna fish. And then, of course, there's always protein shakes. There are peanut butter sandwiches people can make. Sometimes I will boil some eggs and have those in the fridge, and they can have boiled eggs or make a little egg salad out of it. Really what I'm saying is that for lunch time, it's up to whoever needs something to eat. Because we make a big breakfast and they eat a lot at breakfast time, sometimes at lunch they're not that hungry, or they'll wait a little bit later until early afternoon, and they will just eat something. The goal is to eat some protein, and then they can have a little bit of something else. Like I said, if I don't buy the junk, they won't eat the junk. So whatever is available, they're going to get so hungry at some point that they're just going to eat it. And my kids can be very picky at times. I can be very picky at times. And sometimes you just don't feel like eating certain things. But if you're hungry enough, you'll eat whatever's laying around. They like to have sweets. I have a sweet tooth. I like to have something sweet. So I will get a whole bunch of popsicles to eat over those 2 weeks. Or sometimes I will get some juice, which I don't buy juice to drink. We will buy some juice and we will pour it into our little popsicle molds and stick them in the freezer, and they'll have those, some chocolate milk, and pour those into the little molds and make little chocolate fudgicles, and it's just chocolate milk. Sometimes we'll get those really cheap little icy packs. It just depends on what's on sale, what we're kind of in the mood for. Sometimes we'll just get ice cream and root beer and make root beer floats because we all really enjoy that. So this week we are grocery shopping for week 3 and week 4 of our menu plan. And tomorrow I'm going to do all my grocery shopping for week 3 and week 4. And I don't have to do any planning for it because I've already got my menu plan and I already have my list that I did on Excel. And it says exactly how many pounds of meat I need and what kind of meat. It tells me exactly how many cans of pasta sauce I need and all that. So I'll go through the pantry in the freezer and the refrigerator and see what I already have and kind of cross that off, and then just go grocery shopping off of what's left. Now, like I said before, I give myself a lot of grace because I may have a plan, but plans can change. I may get to the grocery store and find out that they have an incredible sale on pasta. Sometimes my Kroger will have like buy 10 things of pasta for 48 cents or something like that. When those things happen, I would be incredibly silly not to pick up a whole bunch. I'm actually still working on pasta from the last haul that I got them for 48 cents. So I will pick up those kinds of things, but then I have to alleviate the pressure a little bit somewhere else. I don't have rocket science to deal with that. I just kind of give up something else. Or I'll go over. So that's probably not always the plan, but when those kinds of sales come up and you know that's the cheapest you're going to get it, you kind of give and take. Now, it does kind of work itself out because, like I said before I go grocery shopping, I'm going to look in my pantry and see, I have pasta on the menu plan and I'm going to need a pound of pasta for a certain meal. But I still have probably 14, 15 pounds of pasta in there because I had gotten it. So I'm going to cross that off. I don't need it. And so I'm kind of saving and moving things around a little bit. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just kind of all works out in the end. On Sundays during these 2 weeks, we're going to make pizzas. And I'm hoping we can do it so that the entire house doesn't heat up and keep it cool. But we're going to do a sausage and pepperoni pizza and a cheese pizza. And we make some really big pizzas, 2 really big pizzas, and we usually have enough left over. On Mondays, these next 2 weeks, we're going to do like an Italian night, which we usually do on a Monday. Bake spaghetti in the crock pot so that I don't have to cook in the oven. And then we're also going to do a lasagna in the crock pot. On Tuesdays is Taco Tuesdays. We do some sort of variation of a taco. We're doing just like a taco bar this week. And then we'll do like a Chipotle burrito bowl the following Tuesday. We will usually go out to some sort of event at church on Wednesday night. We try and make dinner quick, easy, and early. So we will do all that stuff before we leave. Week 3, we're just going to do a chicken queso bake. And I will do that in the crock pot because I don't want to turn the oven on. And the following week we'll do a nacho bake. So it'll be very similar to it. Thursdays we'll do like a sandwich night. So we're going to do like hoagie sandwiches with turkey and cheese. And we will either do fries or chips depending on how warm it is again. And then the following week we're going to do a variation of a Cuban sandwich, which is really just a melt. So on Fridays, like I said, Friday and Saturday are my husband's weekend. And so he's home all day Friday and all day Saturday, and we try and do something fun. One Friday we'll do like a barbecue chicken non-bread pizzas, which are real quick, and you can throw those on the grill even. And then the following week we'll do little hamburger sliders. But those are lunch ideas. Because my husband's home, we will usually do a bigger lunch on Fridays. On Friday evenings, we've been trying to do a grill meal, and 1 week we're going to put sausage and green beans and little pieces of potato into a foil packet, and we just throw those on the grill. Those are really fun. It seems like we're camping, and the kids really enjoy them. And then the following week we're going to do the same, very similar, and do little packets of chicken, barbecue chicken with little pieces of pineapple in it. And I actually really, really, really enjoy warm grilled pineapple with my chicken. It tastes really, really good. That's what we have planned for Fridays. On Saturdays, we will do some sort of a crock pot meal. One Saturday we're going to do the root beer barbecue chicken and just put them on little rolls. And I will also warm up some corn on the cob to have with that. And then the following week we'll do a crock pot chicken Caesar, which is just shredded chicken in the crock pot with Caesar dressing. And then we'll pull out some salad to add to it and put them on the rolls too. If we have fries left or chips left or something like that at that point, we may substitute those things out just once again for variety. That's the plan for the next 2 weeks that we're shopping for tomorrow. And then again, I will add some other things to the shopping haul, like toothpaste that we're completely out of, toilet paper probably, and all the basics like milk and eggs and coffee and things like that. So that haul that we're going to do for these next 2 weeks of the menu plan will be a separate video. So come back and visit me for that. And if you have any questions about the meal plan, just leave a message in the comments and I'll be more than happy to respond to you. So thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe so we can get some more videos out to you. And I'll see you next week with another fresh video at Determined to Thrive.